Hey everybody, it's me, Angel Benton, and we're doing another Sudsy recap. We're doing it a little bit early tonight. The big gaming show starts tomorrow, and I'm really nervous about it. One of the things that I am having, first of all, there was actually like a hostage situation close to my job, and in my previous position, I actually would have been around there at the time. It wasn't actually at my work; it was at Starbucks, but right across the street, kind of from where I work. So it was a little bit crazy. So I was hanging on Facebook on every single status update, making sure everyone was okay. So that's kind of crazy. But one of the problems that I have at work is that. And this is the problem just with me. This is not a problem with the job or anything like that. The problem is that there are certain things that are, I think, in my head are really, really important and mega like, oh my God, I can't fuck this up, right? And I don't know. And half of the time they are super important. But the other half of the time it's like, okay, you made way this out in your head way bigger than it is. And that's something I didn't have before I got this promotion. I had a 100% confidence in my last position. And in this one, it's a little bit out of my comfort zone. So hopefully I'm going to be stepping up to the plate and I can deliver. And I'm cautiously optimistic. I'm looking forward to that. But anyways, so that's just kind of where I am. So I'm going to be turning in early tonight. So that's why this video is done a little bit earlier. But okay, so let's talk about General Hospital. Okay, I love me some GH. GH is really superb in everything that it's doing lately. First of all, let's talk about my two favorite people on the show, Jane Elliott and Leslie Charleston, aka Tracy Quartermain and Monica Quartermain. I love them. I think they are great. And every single, with the exception of one, and I'll talk about that in a second, but every single storyline that's going on right now is awesome. I love the whole issues with the Quartermain family, for example, with, Tracy being on the board of directors at the hospital and Monica being the chief of staff and making the decision to close the general hospital, and how crazy that's going to impact both patients and staff, and really well played. The whole issue with little Teddy and Michael and Sabrina's death. Although Sabrina's death, we're going to talk about that in a second. But yeah, that is also amazing acting job by everyone. Morgan and his craziness, brilliant. And that is the one thing that General Hospital does the best, is that it has the best way to integrate newer characters into older characters' storylines. Like Griffin, here's someone, he was actually originally played off into Anna Devane storyline because he was Duke Lavery's son, but now he's kind of gone into Nathan and Maxie's storyline because he was the guy that Nathan shot so many years ago. Is genius. I mean, the whole thing, the whole show is just really great. And I love me some Obrecht. I don't care what anybody says. I fucking love Lisa Obrecht. I think she is the best. And Michelle Stafford, I know she can do no wrong. I mean, Nina is amazing. I love me some Nina. Ava Jerome, also great. I mean, every single character is so wonderful. But, okay, so there is one slight criticism I have of General Hospital. And it's funny because everything is like a huge love fest. Because, I mean, I literally love everyone on that show. I think it is so awesome. It's great. But, okay, so the thing I have about General Hospital is that, well, first of all, thank goodness they're also filming scenes outside. Now, they were the king of the location shoot. Now that's Bold and Beautiful's title. Bold and Beautiful is the one that does all the location shooting now. And, Days doesn't do anything even outside, but at least Young and the Restless and General Hospital are now filming scenes outside in the same park. But it's better than, it's a nice change of pace as a viewer to see some change of scenery. And I realize that it's not cheap to take your whole entire cast to Portofino or Monte Carlo or Paris or Amsterdam. I get that. I understand that. So I'm trying to roll with the punches. But I am disappointed as a viewer. Not this isn't a criticism of General Hospital. This is just a criticism of the industry in general, that the networks being so skint-flinted, cheap. They're being so cheap with the soaps that now the viewers are the ones kind of getting robbed on that. And in some ways, the writers of every show have to kind of step up to the plate, and some of them have succeeded extremely well. it's awesome, right? But sometimes it's when things fall a little flat. So one of the storylines that I'm having slight issues with is the Dorisifal killer, who was recently revealed to be Paul Hornsby. I'm sorry, that makes no sense to me. Like, I don't care how they're gonna try and spin that. That doesn't make any sense to me. I feel like, because I watched Paul Hornsby way back in the 80s and 90s, when Paul Satterfield played the role, you know, and this has nothing to do with the actor that plays the part. He's doing fine given what he's given, but his material, it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense that he would be a serial murderer. Like, that makes no sense. That would be like saying that Kevin Collins is a serial murderer, or it's so out of character. It really is. Yes, Paul had a shady past, but I mean, like, even Sonny has had a shady past, but even Sonny Corinthos is not a serial murderer, right? So I just feel like they were kind of grasping at straws with the Dorisifal killer. I think that they just picked someone that no one would pick. And they did, but no one would pick them because it's kind of out of his character. That's just how I feel. I could be completely wrong, but I don't remember Paul ever having any sort of murderous tendencies ever. So if I'm wrong, please educate me, because I might be remembering something incorrectly. But I know that a lot of you all have been watching out there for just as many years as I have, if not more. And I have been watching General Hospital since 1978. Thank you very much. So God, that's close to 40 years. Anyways, so okay, but here's one of the good things. So Sabrina's death. Sabrina just recently came back to the show, because they wrote her off with Carlos, and then they brought Carlos back to kill him, which they've been playing every single beat of with the trial very well, very good. And and Alexis and Julian, and them, Julian driving Alexis crazy and driving her to drink. Girl, I feel you on that. I have been there a million times. Yes, girl, yes. I was like, you drink that wine. You're not pregnant. But okay, sidebar. Was it a little ridiculous that Alexis thought she was pregnant? Like, I could understand because I mean, she's not close to being, Blanche's age on Golden Girls, which was 60, but she's no spring chicken either. I mean, she's been on Santa Barbara since the 80s. I mean, Nancy Lee Grahn, I love her though. Her Twitter's hilarious. Follow her on Twitter at Nancy Lee Grahn. She's great. But I mean, it was a little bit ridiculous for her to think she's pregnant, for everyone to think that she's pregnant. It's like, okay, really? Are you sure it's not, menopause? I mean, because Blanche went through the same thing. She thought she was pregnant, and it ended up not being that, and it was hilarious. So I just thought that would have been a little bit more realistic to say that she had menopause than to say that she was possibly pregnant by Julian. I think that was a little bit of a reach, but I digress. I'm loving her storyline. I can actually relate to her storyline. I think she's doing a great job with that. And with Sabrina's funeral, so let's talk about Sabrina's funeral. They had her funeral, and of course Epiphany sang, and it was beautiful because she sang the song that Sabrina sang at the end of every nurse's ball. I mean, it was really pretty song, right? But the great thing about the funeral actually was the clip package that they aired when Felix spoke about Sabrina. And you saw Sabrina's progression. And this is good for someone like me, who she came on the show kind of when I was taking a little break from General Hospital. So it was good for me to see her progression and see what a funny character she was back in the day, and how excited. I mean, it was really great. It was very touching, very well put together. I enjoyed it immensely. So as Ramona from the New York Housewives would say, kudos to you, General Hospital. Very good. And I will keep watching. I can't wait to see what's happening next, especially with this whole Hayden and Elizabeth being sisters and them just finding out about it. And I really hope that Jeff Weber comes back, because that would be incredible. That would be great. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Follow me on Twitter at Angel Benton. You can also hashtag GH to talk all about General Hospital. Tomorrow, I'm so excited because I'm going to be talking Real Housewives of Melbourne. There's only a couple episodes of that left. I'm so shocked by that. That's the kind of, it seems like this season is short, but I don't know. Maybe it isn't, and it's just me. But I don't know. It seems kind of truncated. But thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all tomorrow. Peace.